What's going on, guys? Wesley back, and today I'm going to be giving you guys all the greatest glitches that work after the December 14th patch. Now, if you're unfamiliar with my channel, I like to post the patch notes in the description. You never have to worry if or not a glitch works. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you appreciate those type of details and you don't have to ever question if or not a glitch works. All of these glitches I have tested today, and you can do them right now. So with that, let's get into the videos. So as I mentioned, this is a brand new method. There are some changes, so make sure that you pay attention closely, and let's get into some of the requirements. So up on your screen are the requirements for this glitch before we get into the actual steps. Obviously, you're going to need Tombstone first of all. You also need to bring in the items that you want to duplicate, as well as gain the amount of cash in which you want in your Tombstone at the start of every game. And then lastly, you want to make sure that at the very least you have Act 1 completed all the way until the last mission. So here I am just demonstrating. If you go all the way down, the mission that you want to be on or have completed is Extraction, and I'll show you why in a second. So once you have all the requirements for this glitch, you want to go into game 1 with that Tombstone and all the items that you want to duplicate, as well as the money you want to start out with every game. And you want to go ahead and get down and die. And then you want to search for a second game. So this is where the actual glitch happens, and in a minute I'll show you how this glitch has changed from the original method. So go ahead and find your Tombstone and make sure that you pick out all the items in which you died with. Make sure that the Tombstone gets fully destroyed. Once you've done that, you want to make your way over to the special exfil helicopter, which has to do with the mission. Now this is unlocked again once you get the last mission in Act 1 and any time after that. So once you've actually gotten to the exfil, guys, this is where the part of the glitch that has actually changed, and I highly suggest that you guys only do this method from now on, because again, it works for me 100% of the time. So the difference between these exfils and the other ones is these special exfils with the stars on them are mission exfils, and they load an actual other game, a private lobby, whenever you go to them. And so you'll see here in a minute a black screen actually comes up, and this is the point in which you need to close the game. So you'll see right here the screen will turn black, and I will Alt F4 since I'm on PC, or if you're on PS5, disconnect your Wi-Fi, quit the game. If you're on Xbox, simply quit the game in your Xbox menu using your Xbox button. In every subsequent game that you come back, you just need to repeat these steps. That's it. You just take that exfil, it will count as exfilling those items in which you took, and your Tombstone will also still exist in your next game. The only other thing that I want to mention is if you want to go through the ether with your items still intact, all you need to do is have Tombstone die, plead for help, and then have a teammate revive you. And the next time that you exfil from the ether, you will have your Tombstone back next game. That is super important. And if the main duplication glitch, which I posted in the comment section below, whenever that gets patched, this is going to be the best way. So make sure that you bookmark this and make sure that you remember what this glitch is, because they clearly deprioritized it. So it's very, very easy to do. The first step that you're going to need to do is get 2 score streaks. Now, what I would suggest that you do is you get the cluster mine score streak, because that costs 2,000, and then get a juggernaut, which costs 10,000. So what you want to do, and you'll see me do it opposite here, you want to take out whatever score streak is in your hand, and then at the same time pick up the other score streak. And essentially all it's going to do is copy whatever kill streak is in your inventory. So in this case I have Juggernaut. Now Juggernaut's on the ground, Cluster Mine is still equipped, and I put that in quotes, and essentially I've made Juggernaut cost 2,000 rather than 10,000. So again, as soon as the main duplication glitch is patched, I'm telling you guys this is what you're going to have to do. So make sure that you bookmark this. Essentially all you're going to need is an Ether Blade case. You only really need to equip the Ether Blade, but obviously someone needs to have the case so that you can actually create the knife, right? So as soon as you get the blade in your inventory, you want to go and find yourself a refill ammo station. Alright, so here we are at a resupply crate, guys, and you want to watch this part of the video very, very carefully. So I have my Ether Blade in my hand, right? So what you want to do first is you want to throw the Ether Blade and then resupply your ammo within those first 3 seconds. You also need to drop your Ether Blade in those 3 seconds. So you can watch it here. I'll do it at full speed, and then I'll do it slow for you guys. So you saw that I dropped it, and I also have one in my inventory now. So let's go ahead and watch that in slow motion. So here I go. I'm gonna throw my Ether Blade, right? I'm gonna resupply right here, which you just saw me do. I gain one, I drop the one that I resupplied, and then the first original one that I threw pops back up. So if you need to go back in that video and just like re-review that, just watch it in slow motion right there and you'll understand it after a couple of tries, guys. It took me a couple of tries just to do it for the first time, but what this allows you to do is you could have a team of 6, for example. You can invite people to your squad, you could share it with the entire lobby, you can do whatever. You're able to sprint with a minigun. It is the coolest glitch so far. So first thing that you're going to need obviously is Juggernaut, and you want to go ahead and throw that onto the ground. Now make sure you don't get downed while you're doing this glitch. I went ahead and ran away for a second so that I could avoid the zombies. But essentially, once you've gotten your Juggernaut, you want to go ahead and pick that up once you've called it in, and you just want to let it run out. Now, once you've ran completely out of Juggernaut and you've lost the kill streak, right, you've used it up, you want to go ahead and just find an area in which you can go down in safely. Now, once you've gone down, go ahead and let yourself bleed out. Now, this is the part of the glitch where you're going to need a companion or you're going to need someone in the game. So they don't necessarily have to be on your team. There just needs to be someone near you who can revive you. And they're going to go ahead and revive you. And you'll notice there's a minigun already on the ground. So once my teammate actually picks me up, you'll notice there's an actual minigun on the ground. And you can actually tell that this is glitch because when you ping it, it actually has a database name. This is not a name obviously intended to be displayed to the user. There's usually a display name, if you will, tied to the database name. So this is clearly a glitch gun. This is clearly not intended, and you can actually fully sprint. But there's a couple of notes that I want you guys to know that are super important. Number 1, apparently you have to get ammo from zombies. So make sure that you go around while you're killing zombies and get the ammo from them. Number 2, you cannot run out of ammo. I actually run out of ammo on this clip right here. I'll show you right here. I run out of ammo and I actually lose the minigun. So this, again, it's a glitched gun. So make sure that you're keeping your ammo replenished. Make sure that you have it on hand. And also, number 3, make sure that you have another weapon in case you run out of ammo on this one or it glitches. It seems to be more stable with a secondary weapon. First things first, you want to bring in whatever items that you want to duplicate into, we'll call it game 1. And you want to go ahead and buy Tombstone. Those are 2 out of the 3 requirements. The only other requirement is keeping 1 inventory slot open, as you see here. Once you get those items into game 1 with Tombstone, you want to go ahead and get downed. Now, I highly suggest you do this on the outskirts. There is absolutely no point in going to the red zone and having to go back to the red zone. So once you get downed, go ahead and give up. Now, I was with a random in this game. All you have to do is give up and then physically leave the game. If you're in solo, you wait for the plea to help timer to run out, or you just leave the game. Then when you come back into, let's call it game 2, you're going to see obviously your Tombstone. That is how Tombstone works. Yes, congratulations. Make sure you like the video. But you go back to your Tombstone and you want to pick up all of the items that you have, regardless of if you can hold them. Okay, so that's super important. Pick them up, and if you have to drop them, drop them. But your goal here is to destroy the Tombstone. Tombstone at this point in game 2 does not exist. So the next step that you want to do is you want to find your way over to any exfil point. And that's super, super important. These are the only 2 steps in this glitch. So here I am at the exfil point, sped it up a little for you guys so you can get through it. And here's where the magic happens. Here's where the actual duplication happens. So you've picked up your Tombstone, you have your items, and you're extracting, right? But you want to bring up either your menu or you want to bring up on PC, you would just use Alt F4 to close the game. Now on Xbox, you would bring up your menu and then you would quit the game, but you'll notice here my game freezes. That is me Alt F4ing on my PC. So you want to make sure you quit the game as soon as you see successful exfil, okay? Wait about a full second into seeing it and then quit your game. And here's an example of me coming back. You can see my Tombstone is still there. I've already stored these things into my stash. So at this point, the glitch is done. You've clearly duplicated your items. You don't have any more steps that you have to do. But again, if you want to continue this glitch and duplicate it again and again and again, and like share the items with your friends, for example, simply bring your friends or squad up into your subsequent games where you come back and grab this Tombstone. Because at this point, you don't have to keep getting 2000. You don't have to keep getting Tombstone, right? You just simply need to pick up your items from said Tombstone, make sure the Tombstone disappears, i.e. destroyed, and then extract and quit the game when it says successful exfil. So those are all the steps in like 2 sentences. It's a super easy to do glitch. You can do it solo or you can do it with friends, but again, highly suggest you just do this, knock it out, and share the items with your friends.